Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what do your tarot cards want to show you. And I love doing this reading for you guys every other week, perhaps 2 times a month or maybe even 3, because we allow your cards to show us what it wants to show us, whether it's going to be a guidance, advice, a message, predictions to your future, maybe even tell you a story about your past life. We don't know. It's something that it wants to show you for a reason or the other, and this is why I leave it open. I don't even say messages, I don't say anything. I allow it to show you what it wants to show you today. And to do this reading, these are the 3 piles for you here today. Let me introduce your crystals to you. For pile number 1, you have the green banded Onyx tower. Let me show it to you. This is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, you have the Sodalite tower. And this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, you have the Citrine tower, and this is what your crystal looks like. All right, so take a look intuitively on which deck or which crystal you're the most drawn to. And that will probably be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, then let it lead the way. Trust your intuition. It's calling you for a reason. Maybe there is an important message that you're meant to hear. And as usual, once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful green banded onyx in the shape of a tower or point. And today we're taking a look at what your tarot cards want to show you. I love doing this reading, as mentioned, because I allow the cards to show you what it wants to show you without a topic. You know, it could be predicting something for you. It could be sending you a message, an advice. Maybe it's showing you a story of something that happened in your past life. Who knows? We leave it open and see what it wants to show you for whatever reason it wants to show you. We'll find out together. And on the far right, you'll notice that I got the runes, the rune bag. I got a cloth here because I didn't want to cast some runes and, you know, hurt your ears. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And the reason I got the runes out today is because, believe it or not, it wasn't out there. I was going to just do these cards. And when I was taking one of the tarot decks out, which is the 3rd tarot deck, the guidebook had tarot. And so I saw the cats pushing the runes, and they're the same color as these runes. Look at that. So I really felt the message of take the bag of runes out and use different forms of divination for this reading. So that's exactly what we'll be doing. All your decks are now ready. Let's pull out your cards. We'll take 1, looks like 2 from here, and 1 from this deck. Wonderful. Now we have the space for the rest of your cards. Okay. And last thing we need to do is cast your runes. So what is it that you're supposed to know or be shown today? Okay, so these 2 went far. I'll take them. Let's see what runes you have. All right, so you have the Ansus, and you have the Peroth rune. Ansus, Peroth. Look at that. You have the blank rune. Interesting. We'll keep it up there. And of course, you have the Wonyu. Very cool. Can you see your runes? Yes, you can. All right, so let's keep it right there, and let's check out your oracle cards. We'll keep this one here. So this says listen. Ooh, looks like you have an important message today. Getting listen right off the bat. This is an important message with listen here that you are definitely meant to hear. Okay, so you have recovery with the third eye chakra card. Okay. Something is going to be spoken today that will give you the key to unlock a door. So it's your cards showing you something with the third eye that you're not seeing, but it's going to provide you with a solution to something great in your life. Very interesting. You also have, wow, soulmate, and this is the ground chakra. Root chakra, ground chakra. I was looking at the ground here, sorry. And I do see something obviously talking about groundedness. And look, the third eye again. You're definitely going to be shown the way today, for sure. Something that you're not seeing that will help you ground. Find some sort of stability. Let's find out. So curious. Your magical is really super, your reading is super magical so far. Okay, and you have indecision, right? Venus and Libra with indecision. You have the 7th house with soulmate. You know, there's something very connected with the 7th house and soulmate, because the 7th house is profound relationships. So whether this is a romantic partnership, some sort of intimate relationship, or just a profound relationship, I think the reading might be touching upon that as well today, or maybe all of it. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know yet. So let's just keep it there. Maybe your connections with others. I don't know. Let's find out. Now it's time for your tarot cards for sure. So you have the 5 of Cups. And it's really crazy, because when I took out this card, in that second, I heard in my mind, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. I don't know why, but we'll find out together. All right, so you have the High Priestess, the 2 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Temperance card. Something comes in, something leaves maybe. We'll find out. And finally, you have the Page of Wands, which really looks like a magician somehow as well. Okay. Let's begin your reading. Actually, let's keep it here. Yeah, let's keep it here. Oops. Listen, and it's showing you something. I think with the High Priestess, it's showing you something that you're not seeing behind the veils. I can't help but feel that you're being shown something today with regards to someone important in your life, or someone who's going to be important in your life. Why? Because you have the Ansus. That can either mean leader, or it could mean good type of communication, wise communication. knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. So communication in general, right? And we do see soulmate here. Also, Peroth, by the way, is the joy of companionship. So I really get this strong idea that your reading is pointing towards your communication with someone in your life that's either here in your life or is about to come into your life. So perhaps your reading is saying listen, because what is about to be said may not be easy for you to hear, my dear pile number one. But with the Libra, it's definitely essential to bring some sort of balance in your life. Because with the Five of Cups here, it looks to me like without this advice that I'll be showing you now, for one reason or the other, you keep losing opportunities. You keep losing opportunities. And so the advice is, in your case, for one energy to come, one energy must go. And they can't coexist, at least in the same umbrella. So the closest thing I can think about, and I know this example is not going to really resonate with everyone, so please don't take the example exactly, but take the energy. Like, for example, if we take it with regards to relationship, and you are holding on to an ex that you don't really want to let go of yet, you could be losing a lot of opportunities, or losing a grand opportunity to allow the right energy to come in your life. It may be the same person, but fails to come in. Maybe they see you with someone else, or maybe that energy just can't be there. So I took the example of an ex because I see a ship and it just reminded me of relationships. But it doesn't have to be. It could also be for you to live your dream and open up the door. You have to allow for this energy. Like, let's say we're talking about jobs. It's not about leaving your job entirely. It's at least about, with the third eye, starting to look and considering the fact of what you can do to allow this energy in your life. At least energetically, you are in the right direction. So whether this is a relationship with soulmate, because I see a lot of communication going on here, or whether communicating with your current manager, or communicating with yourself as a leader with Ansuz, to leave something and get into something else that is important for you, I really see that your reading is telling you it's time for you to listen to this voice. You could be avoiding it because you're afraid of losing something. With Five of Cups, you keep feeling the disappointment one after the other. But there's something that is still holding you back, not allowing you to open that door. Although there is a disappointment. It could be, like my guesses, it could be fear. It could be fear of the unknown. It could be a lack of trust that you're going to get something. But really here, both of them remind me of a magician. Do you see that? It's like something is going to activate and it's going to start in your life. If you let go of what you're supposed to let go, and perhaps this is why you have the blank rune. You need fresh energy, a fresh page to be able to write what you want. You need a fresh new start. And this doesn't, see, with the Two of Pentacles, you don't have to like jump into it right away. But you want to do it energetically. Like if we're talking about an ex here, it's energetically starting to release the idea from your mind first. Like start to accept that, you know, it's time to let go if you're not happy. and to have faith in the universe that the best is yet to come. But there is some energy here of acceptance, you know, of reconsideration. The recovery here to your root chakra, to your groundedness, lies in you at least accepting to hear with listen that it's time to consider with the third eye, to consider looking at how at least you can start letting go of the old energy in order to allow space, energetic space, for the new energy to come in. My dear pile number 3, and I know with the High Priestess here centering your reading, this requires a lot of trust, because obviously you're holding on for a reason. And it does affect your stability. Look at all these reds. Look at all these reds. And here's the thing. Trust in the universe. Trust in magic. That here the reading is guiding you to know that you're not entirely on your own at all, in fact. And that let go of the energy that is no longer serving you, at least by considering it with the third eye. What are the odds to get the third eye in the root chakra and the third eye on top of it? And look at the sun, you have the eyes here. So it's all about consideration. And maybe even with the Ansus, speaking to yourself as a leader, because the Ansus rune, by the way, it represents Odin, you know, being a leader, doing the wise thing. Odin represents wisdom and knowledge, of course, but wisdom. And so you're definitely being asked or advised to open the space to yourself to consider other things, or to consider blankness, consider being, you know, in the air just like that with nothing. It's scary and it's risky, and you have to have a lot of faith to stand like that in the air, because this could be your job, this could be something else. And of course, I'm not telling you to do something that you are afraid of. The guidance here with the Two of Pentacles is to do it with balance, meaning in a way that you can do it, where at least thinking about it and considering it, planning it, doing it in a safe way. And you know your safe way, so do it in the way that you feel safe. Because obviously to you, this is a risky situation and risky position. And so communicate with yourself about the fact that you can have a lot of good fortune with the Perith. Because the Perith rune is not just the joy of companionship, by the way, it is also good fortune. So whether this is a good companion that you're going to have, or you getting good fortune, being fortunate in what you want to achieve, this is definitely what your runes are showing you here. Because with Wunyu is the rune of contentment. So we've really here translated what these 4 runes want to tell you. Communicate yourself, be a leader, do the wise thing, and get into the blank, the unknown. Although it's really scary to be in the unknown. But I think your reading is guiding you to start getting faith of at least planning it, my dear pile number 3, because that will be the key to solving your situation and getting the abundance, the good fortune that you're meant to take, that is yours. But you have to take the step. It's like sometimes we must take that leap of faith to allow the universe to give us what we're meant to receive. And will you manifest this? Absolutely. Look at all these reds. You will definitely be manifesting this into your life. It's going to... Red represents the earth, the groundedness, receiving it in the 3D from the other side. You're definitely going to manifest this into your life. My dear pile number 3, it just needs a good leap of faith from you. It's a scary step. I can totally see it in your card here. Oh my God, I'm feeling for you as I'm doing this reading, but really, I also feel the tingling of magic at the same time. It's like, you know, take and receive. You know, this game where people have to close their eyes and they totally have to trust each other. Like one partner has to close their eyes and trust that their friend's gonna catch them when they fall. These trust games, that's a big deal, you know, because you can fall, and if nobody catches you, you are in physical trouble. So it's that kind of thing. Just take a leap of faith. At least planned. For example, with this game, it's talking to your friend, making sure they're standing in the right way, trying it out before you begin, you know, that sort of preparation. And then you just let yourself go. Because your reading really here is saying, you gotta let go of one energy in order to receive what you really care about. My dear pile number one, it's totally up to you how you find that balance, how you plan it, how you want to apply it. But it's time, my dear pile number one. And perhaps this is why you have indecision. And my beautiful pile number one, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck. I know it's a scary leap of faith, but hey, it is definitely leading to a lot of good fortune and contentment. There is no question about it. And it takes a leader, a strong soul, just like Odin, to be able to take that unknown leap of faith. I wish you the best of luck from my heart. My dear pile number one, may you be assisted in every single second and step of the way for you to do this effortlessly. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my beautiful pile number one, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number two, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Sodalite Tower, and today we're taking a look at what your tarot cards want to show you. This is a reading that I do every two or three times every month, and in this reading I allow the tarot cards to show you what it wants to show you, whether it's a message or an advice or some predictions. Maybe it's a story. It wants to show you something from your past or past life. We don't know. It's something that it wants to show you for a reason, and this is why I give it no title. I just bring out the cards and allow the cards to show you what it wants to show you. Now, something special happened today. I just showed it to pile number one. The guidebook for the third pile had a tarot reading. You see cards, and then it showed some runes, you know, divination through runes. So I really felt the universe telling me, bring out your pouch of runes. And that's exactly what I did here. I brought the pouch of runes and I put a cloth here because I didn't want to cast the runes and make some loud noise on the wood. So I was guided to do that. And this is exactly why we're going to be doing it in today's reading. All right, so your cards are ready. Let's pick this. It looks like you've got two here and one from this deck. Your tarot deck is now shuffled. All we need to do is to cast your runes. Let's get straight to it and see what you're meant to see today. Okay, so I think these are the three runes we're meant to see. And let's see what they are. So, you have the Dagas. Yes, it's called the Dagas rune. And you have Isa. And you have Ansus again, like pile number one had Ansus. Okay. And let's now pick up your oracle cards. So you have the perfect key. You might be drawn to pile number one, by the way, because they had Ansus, and one of their cards is clearly talking about keys. So you might be drawn to it. If you were drawn, please check it out. So this is the perfect key. And then you have under my umbrella. Love that. Okay. You also have the crown chakra with vanity. And you have Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. Okay. Right. Let's now pick up your tarot cards. Take one from here. You have the Page of Swords. Wonderful. Page of Swords almost gives me that energy of this crown chakra, being spoken, not afraid to speak out or not afraid to seek the truth or speak the truth. Let's see. You have the Eight of Swords. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Right. The Nine of Swords. Oh, this looks like it's a difficult situation. The Seven of Wands, whatever it is. Seven of Wands and the Knight of Cups. What's going on here? I'm hearing something in my mind. They're not related to the cards, but it keeps, bombarding me. So I'm just going to say it. And if it resonates, then it's your message to you. Something in my mind keeps saying, in order to help yourself, you have to help others. Like as you guide or maybe if you have a test, like if you explain it to others, you're going to understand it yourself. Something like that. I don't know why it's bombarding me. Gotta say it. When something feels like that, I just gotta say it. Okay, back to the reading. So, look, it looks like there is a hidden treasure that's locked, because this reminds me of the Isa rune. Isa is about digging, and if you dig, you find treasure. If you make that work, you find treasure. So here, I'm getting this notion or this idea, since these two are connected, I'm going to leave it here for now. The idea of the key being in doing something that is difficult. I see it now. That is difficult. That it's like the unspoken, doing the unspoken. It's like what? Oh, yes, actually. Look, this person looks like they are doing some public speech. So for example, if this is the case, because that's a throat chakra, it's about, there's this message of doing the unspoken, doing what you don't think you would do, And if it's tied to the example here, that's too specific, but if it is, it's going out and speaking in public, or speaking to the public, making a speech, making a presentation, making a video, talking to others, presenting to others. So for example, if that's the case, it looks like, because even Ansus is a card of communication. So for a lot of you, this is actually, this is the throat chakra after all. So maybe this is about making a speech, and making that speech is the key to protecting yourself from a situation. We didn't notice from the very beginning, speak the truth, right? So maybe this is someone that you're afraid to speak to. Or maybe this is a group of people that you're supposed to present to. Maybe it's presenting your idea to your manager, or being bold to say what you really need or what you deserve. Will give you an opportunity of excitement and adventure like never ever before. In fact, it will have a direct effect in opening up your throat chakra. My dear pile number 2. It's like this is the perfect opportunity, this perfect key to getting what you want. And it may be difficult, but you're being asked to step up and speak like a leader, because the Ansus is related also to Odin, you know, the wise god in Norse mythology. Is like the god of gods, you know, to step up to your leadership and speak. Because Ansus is about communication as well, communication with wit. So look at that. There's definitely communication here. And it is the key to opening up something important in yourself, in your life, protecting you from something, and at the same time, opening up grand opportunities in your life. And to me, it seems like speaking to this person or speaking to people is something that you are absolutely afraid of, but you're being asked to step up and do it anyways, even if it feels scary. Because you know, the Seven of Wands is always depicted with someone being on a higher plateau than everyone else. So although you feel challenged and scared, you have a bigger opportunity than others, or you are at an advantage to do the advice that your cards are showing you today. And so the Knight of Cups presents something. So you're definitely asked to go ahead and present that. And see, the Eight of Pentacles here has a lot of maps. And so here it says, plan it beforehand very well, very meticulously, meticulously. Plan it meticulously. Because when you plan it and practicing it, you do see someone practicing. Plan and practice will give you mastery with the Eight of Pentacles. You know, it's 5 P's. What was it? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. That's the 5 P's. And speaking of P's, the dagas is the potential of something new. So that's your sixth P right there. That's the solution. That's what you're asked to do. And that's how you're being asked to do it. And that's the solution. So you're asked to believe that there is treasure, or know that there is treasure behind the one thing that you may be too afraid of facing, which is communicating and speaking the truth like a leader. And to do that, you've got to follow in this case, the 6 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance and will give you the potential to the new. You're here asked to have the power to say the truth, to speak up your truth. Because, like I said, not only will it open up your throat chakra, but it's going to present you with great opportunities in life. And it's going to protect you from other things that you don't want to go through. So my dear pal number 2, here, whatever it is that you have to speak up about, practice it, is all I can tell you. Practice it. First, write down scenarios. You know, like, what if this happens? Take off the things that are worrying you here. You know, what if someone asks me that? Write it and research it. What if my manager says, how do you know what the demand is? Search for it. Think of all the things that are scaring you and be as prepared as possible for that important speech that you're supposed to make, or this important conversation that you're supposed to make. And do know that your key here is in the dagas. The potential is in the dagas and in the 8 of Pentacles. Your solution to speaking up and being bold and getting these opportunities for yourself really is about a little bit of preparation. Little bit of preparation will take you a long way, my dear pile number 3, and will help you present just like a knight. Knight, in that case, a knight is well spoken. A knight is charming. And they know what to say, when to say it in the right time. And so your reading is really pointing towards how you can achieve that. To achieve that, it's to prepare as much as possible. And the more you prepare, the more you'll find yourself naturally being able to get into the energy of the Knight of Cups. Presenting and speaking with a lot of charm. And boy, are the opportunities going to open up in such an exciting way once you step into that opportunity. You know, it's like the universe wants to give you that opportunity. But how can it give it to you if you don't make that step? You know, like for example, if we're talking about you presenting something, or you making your own videos, or you presenting something online, or presenting something to your manager, writing even a book, whatever it is that you want to present and you're afraid. How can the universe give you what it's promising to give you in any way unless you are the presenter that has all these opportunities? So let's say you want to be a great writer. You have to write that book. Or you want to be a great presenter. You have to prepare that speech. And so here you're meant to get something. It's meant to be yours. You're meant to enjoy it. But you have to unlock it for yourself, my dear pile number 3. And you are becoming with the Isa rune, because Isa is also the ego, the self. You are yourself becoming something special. You're opening up your throat chakra for sure, because you see the collar here in this shirt. It's up and it makes me feel like a throat blockage. Here it's opening up and speaking. And my dear pile number 2, you are going to do great. Just follow the 5 P's and you will speak like no one has spoken before you. This is your reading, my dear pile number 2. I know you're going to do great. This is what your cards are showing you. That's what they want to show you today. And my dear pile number 2, I wish you the best of luck in this situation. I know you're going to do great. Sometimes it's all really about proper preparation, killing the things that are worrying us, and it's all good. My dear pile number 2, I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading and found it useful at this point of your life. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Citrine tower, and today we're taking a look at what your tarot cards want to show you. And I love doing this reading 2 times or maybe even sometimes 3 times a month, because I want to give an opportunity to not choose a topic at all and allow the cards to show you what it wants to show you. You know, it could be a message, it could be a prediction, it could be talking about some blessing that is coming. It could be even telling you a story about something that happened in your past life. For one reason or the other, there's an energy that it wants to show you. And this is why I don't label it with anything. I just say what your cards want to show you. Now, the special thing about this time's reading is that we have the runes on the far right here. And the reason I did that is because in your deck, the guidebook has tarot cards, and then it showed me different types of divinations. You have here a message of take out your runes, and they're the same color, do you see? Same blue color as in the guidebook. So I really felt that it was guiding me to do that for you guys. Okay, so let's now pick out 1 card from each deck. We have already shuffled it, 1, 2, and 3. Your tarot deck is ready. All we need to do is cast your runes. So what is it that you are supposed to be shown today, my dear pile number 3? I put a cloth here because I didn't want the runes to bang on the table and hurt your ears. So let's cast the runes. Right. So these will be your runes. Otherwise, the others came out. Okay, so right off the bat, you have the Kenaz rune. You have the Ewaz. And you have the Laguz. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards first. So you have with the heart chakra, wisdom. You have liberty, interesting card. And you have Mars in Pisces with escape. All right. Let's now pick up your tarot cards. So you have, wow, the Seven of Pentacles. A lot of green here, just like the green. You have the Empress. The Emperor. What are the odds? Wow. The masculine and feminine forms of something. Let's find out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have the Knight of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Yeah, I felt, okay. You have the Queen of Wands. And finally, you have the Strength card. Okay, so what are we seeing? What are we seeing here? The thing that I'm seeing in common, the potent energy, first of all, that I'm seeing in your reading here is with the first 3 cards, and which connects us to the rest. But with the first 3 cards, I'm seeing the rune Awaz. Sorry, there we go. The rune Awaz, which means stored potential. Look at that. Even here in this heart chakra card, you see the same. You see this world being, this figure being impregnated by the world. And also in the Seven of Cups, it's something growing. So it's stored potential. Like, even in science, you know, potential energy and kinetic energy. You get a balloon and you blow it with air. And when you hold it, there's stored potential. Why is it stored potential? Because if you let go, this balloon is going to go, right? And it turns into kinetic or moving energy. So when it's blown up, and we hold it, there's potential for its movement. And that's why it's called stored potential or potential energy. And so to me, your reading is showing that stored potential. You have a great potential to do something, but you won't be able to see that potential and that amount of big energy that you're capable of doing or achieving something until you actually sit in the place of the Emperor and start taking action, solid action. And here with the Knight of Pentacles, it's very close to the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. The actions you're being guided to take are slow action. I don't know why you have that. Let's find out together. But until we do, your reading is definitely talking about you having the great potential to do something. And I heard in my mind legendary. So let's find out together why your cards want to show you that today. Okay, so with this Buddha here, also the 12th house is of course spirituality. And we see the Hierophant here. This definitely has to do with your spiritual purpose. Your cards today are talking about your spiritual purpose and what you're meant to achieve. Your spiritual purpose is in alignment with what your heart desires here with the heart chakra. And this card, which shows a lot of stars, it looks to me like you're dreaming of something. You're hoping for something in your heart. Now your cards are showing you that what your heart holds It holds because you have the potential for it. It holds for a reason. It holds because it's part of your spiritual journey. You're meant to achieve it. And you're fully capable of achieving it. But here, with the Laguz, it's about facing the unknown. In fact, this card kind of looks like Viking a little bit, I know. They are here, it's more like elk horns. But it reminds me of a Viking. And the Laguz is really tied to the water for the Norsemen. Whether the fjords or the sea, it's about facing the unknown in order to find the bounty. And so, in order to see your potential and see your dream manifesting, my dear pile number 3, there's a significant message here of start planning for it and take solid action, even if you take a small step every single day. And you will see how a small seed, a small tiny step today has the potential of turning into a big tree one day that gives you a lot of grapes, or gives you a lot of fruit, or gives you a lot of results. So your reading is definitely pointing out to the idea of having the faith of taking one small step today and letting it lead you to having major results that you have the potential of achieving in the future, and maybe even in the near future. Because what you're hoping for is related to your spiritual journey. And this is going to result with the Queen of Wands and the Strength to a lot of power, first and foremost. I don't know, maybe the power to do what you want, the power to achieve your dreams, the power to have the wand, as you can see in both cards, to make your dreams come true. And with the Kenaz, the Kenaz is like light in the darkness, or illumination in the darkness. To me, this is advice of planning. Planning and facing the unknown, like taking action, even if you're afraid. Plan and take action, even if you are afraid. And this action taking starts off slowly in the beginning until it creates momentum. So taking one small step every day, even if it's as tiny as writing one word, or folding one t-shirt, or asking one employer for a job. It's one small thing consistently every single day that is going to show you what you're truly made of, and that potential that you have. You have great stored potential, as your cards are definitely showing, and completely want to highlight to you today. This is why the runes came out in your guidebook. Your cards are showing you are full of potential of what it is that you want to achieve. And you don't have to take major intimidating steps, because maybe you are discouraged and you can't see your potential because you are afraid of big, bold moves. And your cards are showing you it's not going to come with big, bold moves at all. They are only going to come, especially in the beginning, with one small thing every day. You know, make a plan. Make a plan. Yeah, that's how you can illuminate in the dark. Make a plan. Make a plan, my dear pile number 3, even if it's a small plan, and apply it. Or make a plan, a big plan, and apply little things every day. It's all about planning and taking small steps. Planning and taking small steps. Planning and taking small steps. And you're going to see how the small energy is going to turn into big energy that you will not believe. One day, you're going to stand in awe, looking at what you've done and going, oh my God, I can't believe I had the potential to do that. You're going to look at this empire that you've created and open up your mouth in awe. Or you're going to take a look at that project that you've done and open up your mouth in awe. Or become that person that you want to become and open up your mouth in awe. Because you do have that potential for it. There's no question about it. And like I said, your heart is desiring it for a reason. And it is, at the end of the day, part of your spiritual journey. You're meant to become, through that experience, much stronger and effective. Much stronger and much effective in what you want to do, or how you want to do something, or what you want to become. And you will find your freedom only if you put in the effort every single day. Not being able to see ahead, but behind your back, you will see that these little steps that you are taking are feeding energetically that which will one day give you freedom. And so sometimes you just got to have the faith, knowing that there's stored potential. Believing that you can do it even when it's dark. And that's done through planning and facing that which is scary. You will be seeing that every little step you take, at least energetically, it's going to be moving you very very much closer to your liberty. Even if you think it's going to take a long way. You will be surprised at the little time it's going to take. My dear pile number 3. And so this is the wisdom that I believe your cards wanted to show you today. Your heart is craving for something because it has some wise feelings that it wants you to hear. And it's only wise to hear it. And so be patient with yourself. And one day your stored potential is going to knock your socks off, my dear pile number 3. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. Please, the guidance here is to know that there is potential and illuminate the way through smalls and taking tiny steps every day. I wish you the best of luck with this dream that you have. It's going to come true for you. You are meant to receive it. It's part of your spiritual journey, and it's going to change who you are along the way. My dear pile number 3, I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. It was truly magical. I wish you the best of luck with what's to come. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my beautiful pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.